page 5. Page 5. Mission statement. Y'all ready? Minor adjustments is dedicated to preventing and reducing crime. Our primary purpose is to teach men and women how to make the minor adjustments that are necessary for their lives, which will allow them to obtain and maintain a productive lifestyle after incarceration and or rehabilitation. Our motto is anywhere but backwards. Everybody say anywhere. Anywhere. But backwards. Say anywhere. Anywhere. But backwards. I told y'all from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if you don't get anything, if you get everybody say anywhere. Anywhere. But backwards. The reason why I have you saying it out of your mouth, because you need to hear that coming out. You need to hear that I can't go back to where I came from. And I always pause right here is because you're going to face things going forward. You're going to face a lot of difficulties. I'm telling you, I don't want you to get shocked when you leave out of here or whatever your plans are. You're going to face these things. But none of those things is worth you going backwards. So I'm telling you, so when it show up, you say, why is this happening? Just remember, I remember in November, a guy came from New Jersey with his wife. He told me I was going to face some stuff. So I want you to understand, you're going to go through difficulties, but these difficulties, we're going to learn a lot about difficulties and things you're going to face. And the mission statement is 2 words that are big. What are they? And what are they? Okay. Everybody say, to attain my sobriety is easy. My challenge is to maintain it. Say, to attain my sobriety is easy. My challenge is to maintain it. The reason why I say that is because once you have, I don't know what somebody call out this sobriety date currently. What's your sobriety date?
10/12/25.
10/12/25, okay? In 10/12/26, you don't have to go get your sobriety again. Y'all get that, right? You already have come into possession of your sobriety. Now you have it. A lot of times people put emphasis on that. Forget that. I got it now, right? So now you have to figure out, what do I have to do to maintain the sobriety? That's where you want to put all your effort at, all your energy at, because you got to learn everything about you. Remember I told y'all last night, the new you must introduce themselves to who? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. When I tell y'all, I'm telling you, y'all are all basically counselors and recovery coaches. I'm telling you. I cannot believe that they actually give me a check as a drug counselor and a recovery coach. It's the easiest money. So all I do all week is help individuals. I'm helping myself every day. You get what I'm saying? Because you are me and I am you. I'm helping the person. So why not use what you've been through, turn it into a career where you have become, watch this, the master. You are an expert.
Didn't have to study it.
You know what you got? You got on-the-job training. You might as well turn it into something and go into the career and make it a career. Watch this. To attain sobriety is the easy part. Somebody else give me another sobriety date that they have.
11/11/2005.
11/11/2005. Huh? 25. I was about to say, man, you get out. But anyway. Hey, 11 to 2000. But now, he don't have to go next year that same time to get that sobriety. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I can't move. Do y'all, huh?
Just gotta make it. You don't have to go today and get it.
You don't have to go get it. So now, my whole life is focused on what do I have to do to maintain my sobriety. All right? So to attain means page 6, y'all. Look on page 6. I'll put it in there so you can have it. To attain means what? Huh? To come somebody else. I need to hear it. What to attain mean?
To come into possession of.
To become to in the possession of. So your sobriety, you came into the possession of it. What does maintain mean?
Keep in existence.
Yeah, you get it. I gave y'all something that's so powerful that I use every day. Number one thing is I can't go. You can't go up.
Backwards.
Okay, so now I know I can't go backwards. So now I also know I have already attained my sobriety. I don't have to go get it again. I got 16 years now, right? I didn't have to go every year, go get sobriety, go get sobriety. No. I just had to do what I needed to maintain it, which means to keep it in existence. And that's the only issue we have in our recovery walks for us who have repeatedly relapsed is because we didn't learn what we needed to learn to maintain the sobriety that we have already obtained. All right, so we're going to go to page 37. I hope some of y'all looked at the book yesterday or this morning or went through my book. I told y'all I can't force y'all to do it. You did?
I read.
I don't know if y'all looked at it or y'all just put it down and said, you know, it's really not that important. But guess what? Huh? Yeah, talked about all that, right? Watch this, page 37. Each class, I like to have an expectation for the group. This particular one, everyone will learn what they need to learn while they're in their development stage. That's my expectation, that each person will learn what they need to learn while they're in their development stage. I'll explain it. Always visualize vertically. Always live off your vision and never live off your sight. Your sight shows you what's now, but your vision shows you what's to come. Unbelief in ourselves is so prevalent that I do not wish to say anything that might be interpreted as excusing it. But for all our being so slow to believe in ourselves, I still think that we sometimes blame ourselves for unbelief when our trouble is nothing more than our inability to visualize. If you have a willing mind and are truly ready to make minor adjustments in your life, you will have to learn how to always visualize vertically. Everybody say always. Always. Visualize. Vertically. That means you don't have a book. Okay. Have anybody ever left their practice? And what practice? Have you ever left your hair? Did you just say I left it? If you left it home, everybody say always. Visualize vertically. And this is very important because you're going to learn a lot. You have to take it. There's nothing we can do about it right now, right? I'm glad that the young lady is sharing the material with it, right? But I used to have people share heroin with me too.
Yeah.
It didn't help me, it killed me. So you have to learn from this. All during this course, I'm going to be pulling out things, and I'm only telling you is because this is how I kept relapsing. I didn't think this was
It's the small thing.
It's the small, minor. Everybody say minor adjustment.
Minor.
All right. Always visualize vertically is always seeing yourself higher, doing better, in a better area, a better situation. Always seeing yourself succeeding, because our self-esteem is very important when we're coming through this process of criminal lifestyle and recovery. We always got to see ourselves. We got to visualize. I visualize being in here with you guys, not knowing what you look like. I was home and I saw you and I didn't see you. When I'm praying for you, I don't know what you look like. I had your name though. I had your name and I said, okay, I know that I'm coming to see these particular people and I want to pray for those people. But I had a vision and I always see you succeeding. So my expectation when I said everyone will learn what they need to learn while they're in their development stage, this is what that means. Normally people think the caterpillar goes in the cocoon and becomes the adult butterfly, right? But actually, when the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, the caterpillar's name actually changes. When it goes in the cocoon, it's called a pupa, P-U-P-A. The pupa is the insect that's in the stage of development. So before it goes to be this adult butterfly, it goes through the pupa stage, which is the stage of development. Why is that important? And what does it have to do with my recovery walk? This program, you're in your pupa stage. So whatever you do while you're in your development stage determines the outcome of you being the adult butterfly. Y'all get that? This is not something that you just casually going through. Oh, I'm here, it's wintertime. Me, personally, I used to go to programs and everything when winter came. Because sometimes I could sleep outside. It was when I'd go to rehab. I would wait till it get, oh, it's cold. Now I'm going to rehab. Now I ain't work on nothing. My counselor used to call me and say, Mike, you come to these programs over and over, and you leave, and you ain't nothing but a dressed up trash can. I said, what? He said, yeah, you look good. You look real good. But you ain't work on nothing. This is your development stage. Everybody say pupa. You must learn what you need to learn, all right? So everybody in here is going to be in different stages, but you must learn what you need to learn, because the person that's your friend or you met here or you knew before here, they might be more developed than you in a certain area, right? It's not to put you down or put them up. I'm just simply telling you that you have to find out what you need to develop. And that's what you do in the pupa stage. So the word visualize means, y'all see where I'm at? To form a mental image of something incapable of being viewed or not currently visible. So when you visualize something, you have a vision of something, but it's not really like there. You know what I'm saying? So you visualizing about something. You have to see yourself. Listen. You have to see yourself never use it again. Like see yourself like never put. I got some people, they sometimes think they will ask me, it's cool, it don't bother me, but they be like, you don't use nothing. And I'll be like, what you mean I don't use nothing? Like you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't do cigarettes, you don't vape, I said, no. I said, nah, I like wood at Home Depot. I like to buy grass seeds. I use my money on stuff that I can look at. Huh? Oh yeah, I got in my basement, I got a movie theater. Just think about that for a moment. I went from being homeless to having a house that I could put a movie theater in. So I got my own movie theater in the basement. I got a popcorn machine over there. I got a popcorn machine, I go down in the basement. I'm by myself. I got the movie theater, I got the popcorn, like you go to the movies and the popcorn popping. They say, man, you off the chain. I said, all those years I wasted my life, the simple things make me enjoy it. Yes. I'm trying to tell you that no matter what you have in your life, I know one thing for sure. I guarantee this. Everybody in here had a dream about wanting to do something or having something. Everybody had a dream. And sometimes our lifestyle or bad decisions made us leave away from that dream because we think it's not possible. But I'm here to tell you, it is possible. For instance, I dropped out of school at 16. I went back at the age 48. 48. 48. You
was that old?
Yes. I went back at 48 and graduated. So you would think it's over. Ain't no need. No. It's never over. It's all on what you want to do. Right. I went back. They said, man, you went back to school? I didn't think I could pass the test, but you can too. Some of y'all who didn't finish school, watch this. My wife said something that actually pushed me over the hump to do it. She said, you know more now than you did when you were 16. And I said, you know what? Think about it, right? You know more now than you did when you were 16, when you dropped out of school. So you can go back and pass the test, and the test is actually a lot easier. Who do you visualize about? This is not in your book, but I'm about to tell you something. When our dominant desires are bad, our whole life is bad. When the desires are good, our life comes up to the level of our desires. So when we sitting around and we visualizing or have desires of bad things, we shouldn't be shocked if they manifest in our lives, because they are the dominant desires. When our dominant desires are bad, what happens when you do? One of the bullets was, who do you visualize about? Next one, what happens when you do? The next one, where did you form that image from? So in our visions, I'm on page 38. Y'all see where I'm at?
Yeah.
When you have an image, if it's a dominant image in your mind that constantly keep coming to your mind, you need to find out where the image came from. Did somebody feed it to you? Right? Why do you have that dominant image in your head? Especially if it's bad. Why is it constantly popping up in our minds, in our heads? It's a reason. So you have to get back. Remember I said about getting down to the core, right? When you get down to the core, you have to find out, why do I always think I can't make it? Why do I always feel like this person can do it, but I can't? Like, why do I always feel when people use race, when they use religion? Why am I intimidated by why this is? You have to find out why you have this image in your particular head, especially if it's a bad, something that you can't, something that's trying to make you feel like you can't succeed. Where did you form the image from? Why do you think that image is in your mind? You see, all these questions, all these bullets are, when I was in treatment, when I was in the program, I had like different thoughts and stuff. So I was like, Dad, why I'm thinking about I can't make it? It's too late. Why I'm thinking about because I'm a black man, I can't do this. So I had all these thoughts in my head. Like, I'd have been to rehab over and over. There's no way I can get a job. How am I gonna get a job and I got a criminal history? Right? All these things are thoughts that we have in our head.
And I want to say it was 2007. He was home and he was sober. So he was going to the meetings and he would get the little key ring. Wasn't it key little thing they would give him every month? Yeah, in that. So he was approaching his year. So he was proud. It's been a year, and that week he was supposed to go and get this little I don't know if it was a keychain or a little coin for a year. But you know what he started doing? He started every day like, you know what? I ain't been thinking about getting high. Just nowhere. That's his thought process now. Man, I'm doing good. I ain't even thinking about getting high. I wonder why he's thinking about getting high. And then that started consuming his mind. Like, I used to get high all the time. I wonder why I ain't even thinking about it. And before he got that coin, you know what he did? Went and got high. Because it was in his mind. It seemed like, oh, well, I'm not thinking about the high. I'm just thinking about why I'm not wanting to get high. Why I haven't gotten high. But all that did is lead him back to thinking about getting high, which he followed. So how we think, what's in your mind, is important. And that's another part of minor adjustments, because you can't just take one thing out. You got to put something there to take up that space.
Yeah, what you think about, that's why that bullet is there. What you think about, why do you think that image is in your mind? And we all sit around, we sit in the programs and everything, and we have these thoughts. But this is why the program that we do, we tell people, because I was thinking that. I was in here, I had thoughts about, different things, and I was like, Dad, I'm not the only person like that. It's individuals in here, and I don't know what all y'all plans are, but you already are thinking about it, right? When you're going to leave here, are you going back to another state? Are you going to stay in this state? All those things are valid information, but you have to find out, why you're thinking about them. Are you thinking about them for good reasons or bad reasons? What does your sight show you? There's a word, I'm going to give it to y'all. It's called comorbidity. COMORBIDITY. Thank you. Huh? Comorbidity. So what that means, this is why I said when you visualize, your vision show you, I'll spell it again, COMORBIDITY. Comorbidity, right? It's really a medical term when I came across it because your vision shows you, your vision can show you where you can be, and your sight can show you where you are now. Like you can be in the McShin Foundation program, that's where your sight shows you. But you can also have a vision of where you see yourself, how you see your family back, your children, your grandchildren, or whatever. You can see that. So that word means it's two or more issues occurring in the same person that can occur at the same time. That's what that word means. It's two or more things going on at the same time. So your sight, you can see where you are, and at the same time visualize where you're trying to. Oh man, I hope y'all getting this, man. Listen, listen. The program that we're doing right now, I was in Salvation Army, and some of y'all got dreams and desires and business ideas and programs right now while you're here, right? I was in the Salvation Army, and I was writing my wife saying, I'm going to create a program. And the program is going to be designed for me to come back into the Salvation Army, prisons, rehabilitation centers to help individuals just like myself. Watch this, where I say I was at. I was in the program. So I'm in the facility, but that's where my sight was. That's where I was. But my vision was to help everybody who was just like me. So while I was currently in the program, I came all the way outside of where I was and saw a vision. Well, watch this. I'm currently doing it right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, man, I don't know how to. Everybody say always. Visualize. Vertically. I'm trying to give you or encourage you that you have the same thing. You have the same thing. You have a sight, but you can also have a vision of how you want your grandchildren, what you want to do, what kind of home you want, and things like that. Because you don't have to worry about the past. The past is gone. The only power the past have over you is the power you give it. I smoked crack and heroin for 22 years, since I was 16 to the age of 38. It can't do nothing to what I do now. You just got to have that vision. So that word, it means two or more issues occurring in the same person. It says they can occur at the same time. It's a great word. Next one. What does your vision show you? So your sight shows you you're in the McShin Foundation or facility, whatever the program is. But what does your vision show you? That's why I got that in there, because this is not just for me. This is why your book is important, right? Because no matter if the person that you use, read the book, you can't write in her book. She ain't letting her write in her book. But you get what I'm saying? You have something, huh?
So you can't use somebody else.
You won't be able to. Your sight shows you one thing, but in your book, you got to write down what your vision shows you. Y'all got that? All right. The next one is, what the next bullet say, y'all?
Do you believe in yourself?
Do you believe in yourself? This is very important. You have to believe in yourself, because if I had to put a percentage on it, right? I say this is a high percentage of individuals that deal with substance use disorder, recovery, or whatever, actually don't even believe they can do it. Because we live this way so long, we don't even actually believe that we can actually live a life apart from substance, or watch this, or we're afraid to find out what that is. We're afraid to find out. Live life without nothing, no substance, no chemicals, yes. I can't stress this enough. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So do you believe in yourself? There was a story, it was this man, and this is what we do. It was a man, he said that his son, he would come home from work and he would ride up in his car and drive away. His son would be out there with the basketball and he would be trying to dunk the basketball all day. Back up, try to dunk the basketball. Every day he would come home, the father would go in the house, look out the window, see his son out there trying to dunk this basketball. He'll come in, then one day he came home, his son ran in the house, Dad, come on out. He said, come out for what, son? He said, I got it. He said, man, he wasn't nowhere near the room. He said, Dad, I got it, come outside. His dad went outside. He said, got what, son? Show me. The little boy backed up with the basketball. He jumped the basketball. He went up there, to his dad's surprise, he dunked it with 2 hands. Boom! So his father walked over to the basketball court and he raised the court back up to the original standard. He raised it back to the original 10-foot standard. And he taught his son this lesson. He said, son, stop trying to lower the standard, do something and then call it success. He said, instead, live up to the standard and then call it success. I said that because in recovery, this is what we try to do. I don't do heroin and coke no more, so I'll do marijuana. I don't do this no more, so I'll just drink alcohol sometimes. That's lowering the standard. It doesn't work. It will always lead you back to where you were. And that's what we do because we'll relapse, because we'll come up with all these grandiose ideas. We keep lowering the standard and we call it success, when really, that's not it. The only reason the young man lowered the standard is because he didn't believe in himself. He didn't believe that he can keep practicing, and when he keep growing, he'll eventually do it. And I'm saying that because in the recovery process, anybody in here try to switch drugs before? Used to, oh, I know I ain't the only one in here, man. I used to do this. I said, you know what, I think that's not really good. It's this one. This is this one. Right? We tried all that. That's good. Your honesty is good. You had something, Michael?
Yeah, so I'll get some backwards. So I quit nicotine a year ago, and I went to alcohol.
So, yeah. So we all do. We do. This is not foreign. So y'all understand what I'm saying. Those things, when we do that, that's called lowering the standard. We're trying to lower the standard and then try to tell people, yo, I'm in recovery. Right? We try to lower it to try to make ourselves feel good, right? So you got to understand, you can't lower the standard. Just believe in yourself. The hardest thing, absolutely, positively, the hardest thing that I had to convince myself of, that I couldn't do anything. That was by far. If anybody, I don't care who it is, what year it is, I tell people all the time, my hardest thing was, I can't do nothing. Because I thought about it, I really wasn't an alcohol drinker. I actually got paranoid when I smoked marijuana and didn't get paranoid with crack, which is weird. So I'm like, how do I get paranoid with marijuana and I'm not paranoid with crack? So I said, wait a minute, I'm in a track here. I can't do nothing, right? So that was the hardest thing that you're going to have to convince yourself is, because if you try to lower the standard and try to go over here or do this over here, it's just going to end back to what you actually are accustomed to really enjoying. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? I'm trying to help y'all before you leave out of here and try all this crap. When you got people in here who told you, just like I said, I switched different substances and it don't work. We just got to keep going. Let's go to page 39. You will be surprised at how many people don't move forward in life just because of how they see themselves. You have to see yourself free from being in bondage, see yourself more than a conqueror, see yourself as that parent that you always wanted, see yourself free from coming back here, or see yourself doing something productive in your community, see yourself being responsible, see yourself being the children your parents raised you to be, and see yourself as a better person. Close your eyes and see yourself doing it. You have, everybody say always. Visualize. Vertical. I'm not telling you something that I don't do. You have to visualize it. You have to, so many multi-millionaires, athletes, superstars, actors, they all, if you ever, you know what I love the most? One of the things I love to watch is documentaries, like real stories about people's lives. I watch those, because it shows where, you see where they are, but nobody's seen how many times they sat on a bench and just visualized about it, doing something, and then eventually doing it. Look it up. Y'all can look this up. What's the guy's name? He's on the Eagles. I can't remember his name. He's on defense. But anyway, when he was getting drafted, they said, what's your dream outcome in the NFL? He says, getting a pick six off of Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. He's on the Eagles right now. He says, but when he was getting drafted, before he got drafted, they said, what will be your dream scenario in the NFL? He says, that's a good question. He said, my dream scenario would be in the Super Bowl playing Patrick Mahomes, and I get a pick six off of Patrick Mahomes because he's the best, right? In the Super Bowl, you know what he did? Oh, I'm seeing everybody say always. Visualize vertically. He visualized it, and then he came in the league in his first year, and he actually did it. When I read the documentary on it, you can look it up, the guy's name on the Eagles. He got a pick six off Patrick Mahomes, and then you can Google, when did he say he was going to do it? It was when he was going to get drafted. I said, this man visualized it, and then when he did it, he said, oh my goodness, I actually did it. So I'm telling y'all, you got to always visualize vertically. The things we see now are here today and gone tomorrow, but the things we can't see now will last forever. Things we see now, they'll be gone. Things we can't see, we visualize about, they'll last forever. Write down or go over anything that you're feeling regarding visualizing. I want to read something from one of my friend's book. Her name is Shalonda Austin, and her book is Say It Until You See It. But this is what she says. She says, get a mental picture of yourself being successful. Ask God for some directions, some resources, and whatever else you feel you might need to make that vision come to fruition. She says, get a mental picture of yourself being successful. In her book, Say It Till You Want to See It, she says if you get a mental picture of yourself, because a lot of times we'll just be living life and thinking that's not how it works. But every athlete, every person you see who has been successful, they actually started it out with a vision. It was a vision, and they started doing what they needed to do. That's no different than you and I. Today, visualize this thing that you want to see. Feel it. I'm on page 40. Y'all see where I'm at? Believe in it. Make your mental blueprint and build and begin to build. Visualize this thing that you want. See it. Feel it. And believe in it. So all of y'all, everybody under the sound of my voice now, have to get that type of vision where you got to believe in it. It's bigger than just your substance issues and criminal lifestyle. You got more life to you. You got more life to live that you. We was talking. Me and the gentleman was talking, and he was saying how a lot of people was getting shot and getting dying and all that. And I remember I was working with some youth. I was working with these young kids. They going through a lot of criminal lifestyle. They very violent. They very emotional and everything. So I'm dealing with this group of young guys. And I remember telling them in the group, I said, hey man, y'all running around, y'all doing a lot of crimes, there's a lot of shooting going on with people in y'all gangs and everything. And I told them, they were about 14 to 16 years old. And I said, hey man, if y'all ever out there doing something and y'all see me, don't kill me. I said, I just start living. And the reason why I said that is because I'm living a new life. I definitely don't want to die now. I went from being suicidal years ago, but I'm nowhere near being suicidal today. And I'm saying that because You have to believe in it. Whatever it says, visualize this thing that you want, see it, feel it, and you got to believe in it. Page 41, let's move. Are y'all doing lunch here?
Yes.
Good. Always visualize vertically. As long as you keep staring and staring, y'all know where I'm at? As long as you keep staring and staring at the obvious, you'll never be able to see the forest for the trees. Therefore, it is so important to always live off of your vision and never live off of your sight. Your sight shows you what's now, but your vision shows you what? Huh? So your vision shows you what's to come. Right now, your sight shows you that your current situation is what your current situation is. And that's what? It's true, right? But your vision shows you where you could be, and that's also true. Don't waste time on small dreams. Dream what? Why not? What's that? There's nothing wrong with small dreams. But if it's your dream, then why not dream big? Always visualize vertically. Everybody say always. Always. Visualize vertically. So if you always visualize vertically, right, and you're dreaming big, it's your dream. Why would I? There's nothing wrong with a small dream, but why not dream big? When we first, I went from being homeless to pulling up in my house sometimes, and I thank God for blessing us. And I pull up and I sit there and I say, I had a dream that I wanted to have what I got. I dreamt it. But the thing I had to focus on was not going backwards, because there was no way to get anything if I was going to give my money to the person that was going to sell me the drug. One of the greatest things that happened to me, one of the people I used to purchase drugs off of, one day he started using his product. Watch this, y'all. So one day he walks into the facility for probation or parole, and he had to get a drug alcohol assessment. He comes through the door and they said, we're going to schedule for your assessment with Counselor Michael Williams. When he walked in there, he looked at me and said, oh, you here for treatment too? I said, no, I'm the counselor. The guy used to buy the drugs off. Now I'm the drug counselor. I couldn't see him though. I had to pass him to another counselor because I probably would have gave him real strict stuff. But whatever. So I passed him to another counselor. But just think about that. The person that I was purchasing drugs from started using his substance and then came to the facility that I was working as a counselor. The word visualize means, the word vertical means a vertical upright position. Always being in what? In this particular facility, right? No matter it's female or male. Everybody is not actually focused on going in the same direction.
Right.
Sadly to say. Some have different ideas. Nah, I hear what he's saying, but I'm really going to go with that. Right? You have to make sure that you get into, that you get into the circle of people who are going in the same way. You have to make sure that they're going in the same direction. All right? Always, that's vertical, always going in the same direction. What do you want to be, or who do you want to be? Visualize success. This is something in my book. One powerful way to discover your strength is to visualize success. To visualize is to create a vivid picture in your mind's eye. When you visualize, you see yourself doing something that's important to you. You're not going to visualize about something that is going to be important to others. You're going to visualize yourself doing something that's important to you. So anytime I'm visualizing, I'm included. Right? Because whatever is important to you, watch this, you are very passionate about it. Because it's important to you. It ain't important to the staff. It ain't important for the directors. If it's something important to you, you're going to be more committed to it. In your recovery process, right? Your criminal lifestyle recovery process, all those things have to become important to you. It can't just be important to your counselor, your group leader. It's good, they care for you, but nothing changes until it becomes important to you. Because no matter how many years I struggled, 22 years of smoking crack and heroin, 16 years removed, my life didn't change until what they was telling me was important to me. That's when you change, right? You're not going, I told y'all, I'm not sugarcoating now. It's your days of people patting you on the back, talking about, yeah, you know, you don't have the time. It's it. This is your time, and it's so crucial. I'm teaching the last 6 months I've been teaching on your growth is an emergency. Like it's an emergency. If you don't get it, like it's so important right now that everybody say anywhere. But backwards. Say anywhere. But backwards. It's so important that you don't go back this time. Your last time has to be your last time. Like you can ask my wife. I've been teaching it for like the last 3 or 4 months. How our growth is an emergency. It's the place now that you can't take another chance on. Oh, yeah, I'll just go back, relapse, go back to another program. You can't. I can't stress it enough. I'm a certified drug and alcohol counselor. All my clients that come through and the ones that have passed on, I come to work, I can see their face, or I have visions of them in that seat. They're gone. But I can't stop. I still got to go help the next one. I want to sit there and mourn that person, right? I miss them. I'm sorry. It's not my fault, though. The only thing that gives me sleep at night is, this is how, because people say, yo, how do you go back and, your client died and you go back to work and you deal with the other clients? How do you sleep at night? I said, I figured out this solution. At night, I asked myself, did I give them everything that I could? I did. I told them everything that I possibly could. The decision of going back had nothing to do with me, because I told them, don't go, everybody say anywhere. But what? I told y'all, my wife and I are going to be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If y'all don't get anything, if you say, I don't care about him or his wife, I hope you get this part. Anywhere but. If you get that part, I told you my assignment. Wait, I can't wait till Sunday when we close it out and we all looking at like a team and we doing the graduation. I love Sunday, right? It's so powerful. Well, I'm gonna leave y'all with something, and it's gonna be undeniable, and I'm gonna actually show you how my assignment has been completed. And then we're gonna leave from Virginia. We're gonna go back to Jersey. And then we're going to get other opportunities to go to another facility. And we're going to get other opportunities to go to here. We're going to do the same thing. And the message ain't going to never change. Amen. Every time I went to a program, my counselor would come in the program. I would relapse, come back. The counselor would give me these workbooks that they give out in programs and everything. And I come in and he say, here you go, Mr. Williams. And I'm like, what's this? This is the same books I had when I was here last time. He said, absolutely. I said, you giving me the same information you gave me when I was at this program last time? He said, yeah, you need to learn how to apply the information. He said, I'm giving you the same stuff I gave you when you were here before. It is not the information. It's you are not applying it to your life. And the reason why you keep relapsing, Mr. Michael, is because you're not applying the information the counselors are giving you. But something had hit me in the head. And I said, man, how long you been clean? He said, 25 years. I said, I got no days. So I said, I think I better take this man's advice. He absolutely knows something. If he's no longer smoking crack, and I am. So we come here and tell you, just like the staff probably tell you, I'm not saying they don't tell you that, but just like the staff probably has already been telling you, all we do, every facility we go to, without talking to your staff, is confirming what they already telling y'all. We'll come here and pour into y'all, and we just know that y'all can make it. It's just y'all applying it. The number one thing, don't go back. You're going to face financials. I told y'all, I left rehab. I didn't have a job. I didn't have it. One, you got to understand people going to look at your criminal history. Watch this. If you go out of here, whatever your plans are, you go try to get a job somewhere. If they turn you down, I learned this from my mother. She said, what happened? We went to look for that job. I said, yeah, they want to hire me. You know, they talk about my record. She said, well, go across the street. I never thought about that. She said, the job over here may not hire you. Did you try the one across the street? I said, nah, I got mad and went and smoked coke when they told me no. She said, why did you do that? You should have tried the store over there. A great place, a great strategy my mom also told me was, when you find employment, watch this, I walked into this. She said, most people go look for a job when they have what posted in their window? Huh? Or hiring, right? But she says, go to the places that don't post it, because you might come when the boss is tired of that guy, no calling, no showing. You get what it is? You might come at a place that doesn't say it's hiring. But when you came in that door, the boss is so tired of this guy not showing up, said, you know what, I wasn't hiring, but since you're here, I walked into that one day. My mom was working at a nursing school home. I was doing dishes. They was paying me whatever amount. So I come to work. The boss was like, the cook ain't here. He said, he's no call. He's not here again. So my mom said, my son could cook. I was like, I can't cook. What are you talking about to cook? He said, you know how to cook? I said, I know how to heat food up. He said, that's what we serving in the nursing home. It was basically food that was cooked, and they had to heat it up. It really wasn't cooked food. It was cooked by somebody else, and you heat it up. I went in there, became the cook, and got a job just because I was there. So I'm telling you about employment when you leave out of here. I don't know your plans. Don't get all these things that people use because that's what they use as a reason to go back and use. All right? Page 42. What's the first bullet on 42?
Where does your vision say you should be?
Huh?
Where does your vision say you should be?
Where does your vision say you should be? So remember, you have your sight. Your sight shows you where you are. Your vision shows you where you should be or where you could be. Where? That's why I put it in the book. Where does it say you should be? If you're going somewhere, you want to write that down and show that's where you should be, all right? One of the things also is you want to focus on is the thermometer and the thermostat. All right? The thermometer, pay attention. The thermostat sets the temperature. If you go into a room and you go to the thermostat, you set the temperature. Where do you want it at? So the temperature, you set it, I want it on 70, right? And then the thermometer, it reflects what the temperature is. Why is that important in your area of recovery? When you get into a circle of individuals who are supposed to be going in the same direction, are you just reflecting what the conversation is about? Or are you setting the temperature? If you get into the circle and they all talking about, oh, you know, this program sucks, and this staff sucks, and this, and then you get in there and you like, yeah, you right. You are actually a reflection of what they're saying. If they're in the circle and they're talking how bad the program is, you come in the circle and say, yeah, that might be true, but we didn't come here for that. You get in the circle, and I don't care what they call you. Because in rehab, when I was in my last program, we had rules. And I was one of the person in the program that will hold people accountable to what we were supposed to do.
After you stop breaking.
After I stopped breaking it. When I became, because the program that I told y'all about yesterday, where I started breaking the rules, I actually stayed, the program was for 4 months. I was breaking the rules, and they gave me an extension for 30 days for breaking the rules. So then after that, you can stay for 4 more months as a disciple or a mentor to the new people coming in. So I stayed and became a person that helped the people that were coming in. So you got to remember, I will always set the temperature to how it should be. I wasn't allowing those individuals to do all types of things, all right? So where does your vision say you should be? Set the temperature, reflect the thermometer. Reflect the temperature. You set the temperature. Whose phone?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Why won't you look higher than here? Y'all see where I'm at?
Yeah.
Page 42. Hey, it's important y'all pay attention. Yo, matter of fact, I ain't gonna stress that. I ain't gonna stress paying attention. Whoever wanna pay attention. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it different. Because I told y'all I came from New Jersey. I'm only here. Everybody say hungry. I'm only here. I don't care if it's 2. I'm only here for the hungry. If you think you got it, you got it. You really don't, but I know. I'm only here. I don't care if it's 2 or 1. I'm only here for that. All right? So I'm going to keep moving because I can't allow the 2 to miss it because everybody else got everything they want. They got all this. My wife told you when I was in the program, I need all this stuff to take care. I need all this stuff. I gotta answer this. I gotta do this, and I gotta do that. But when I come home, you had no concern. But let's go. I'm on page 42. Why won't you look higher than here? Why won't you look higher than here? I remember. This is a story. A man, he lost his keys. So he called up to his wife and said, "Hey, babe, have you seen my keys?" She said, "Nah, I didn't see him. I haven't seen him." He said, I gotta go to work. I'm looking for my keys. I can't find my keys. And she said these words to her husband, "Babe, check your pockets." So he looked upstairs and said, "Man, my wife must think I'm stupid. Don't she think that if I'm looking for my keys, I already checked my..." Watch this. So he says, just to shut her up, he went inside his inside coat pocket and dug down real deep. And you know what was in there? The keys. I'm saying that to say this. Sometimes we have to dig deep to get what we really want. And we always have to realize we possibly already have it. But if we're not digging deep enough, this is why it says, why won't you look higher than here? If you dig down deep enough, right, the life you used to live, you can actually use the life you used to live to take you a lot farther. My first book, I told you, I'm an 11-time published author. My first book I wrote is called Pushed Out the Crack House into God's House. The subtitle is this: How to Allow Your Past to Push You into Your Destiny. How I learned how to use my past, and now my past, instead of it holding me down, I'm using it to push me higher. I can't believe, as of this date, that I supervised 13 recovery coaches. I was just smoking crack 15 years ago. How did I go from being on crack, homeless, on all these drugs, to supervising recovery coaches? It's because I dug down. Somebody say, I gotta dig deep. I dug down deep and said, man, I know my life is better than this. All of y'all have the same potential to do something greater than what you have been living. But if you coast, I'm telling you, I call it, I asked my wife, the addiction, since we all have different terminologies for this addiction, right? I call it the monster, right? This monster, I used to write letters. Ask my wife, I used to write letters and I used to say, "Dear monster, you will never see me or get me again. Dear monster, I no longer am your friend." The addiction has its own entity. It has its own, if you look in the room, this is so good. If you look in the room, notice we have black, white, bald head, long hair, short hair. Some people got beards. Some people got no hair on their face. It should show you that it does not care. I don't care if you voted for this person or voted for that person. The addiction only wants to kill you. It doesn't care. It don't care if you graduated high school or got a diploma or a GED or college educated, if you got a trade, profession, or don't know how to work at all. It don't care if you got a job, disability, had both parents, one parent, it don't care. It simply just wants to get us to go back to what we used to do, but we going anywhere.
What back?
We not going back. We already established that. We not going back to that. We already established that. Let's move. Do you have any dreams or desires? Do you waste time on small dreams? What's blocking you from looking vertical, which means same direction? Everybody say the same direction. It's important you stay into the circle of the friends that you have. I don't know what the total number of individuals here, male, female, I'm not sure. But I know that you have to surround yourself with individuals who are going in the same direction. I remember when I was in the facility, I used to always have people, we would do like little breakout groups. For instance, I'm going to give you a good one. Since y'all now have the books, right? You can get 2 or 3 of y'all, and y'all can go pull stuff together in the book outside of y'all already regular scheduled stuff that y'all have at McShin Foundation. I'm not saying go against what they have. I'm talking about on your free time. When you have free time, you know somebody is going in the same direction as you. You're going to get something out of the book that they might didn't get, and y'all can get together and say, "Yo, you know when he was saying this, I was thinking about this." That's how we used to do in the program. But we will get people who will get in our group, and they still want to talk about, "Yo, when we get this check, y'all thinking about sneaking some liquor and stuff in here." And I used to tell them, "If you don't get out of my group, I'm going to punch you in your face." Because I was tired. I said, "Listen, you gotta go over there with them. I just don't want you in our circle. We're not focused. I'm tired." Anybody here tired?
Yeah.
Rehab over rehab, jail after jail, pain after pain. It becomes, you gotta get so disgusted. When I used a video, I might send it to Jesse so y'all can see it. I was teaching about grass. I'm gonna try to pull it up actually. I was teaching about my grass at my house. I was paying someone to take care of my grass. The grass was disgusting. Patches all over the place. I'm paying you to do my lawn. So I eventually did my lawn myself. I looked at the first thing I did though, watch this, before I fixed my lawn, I got pissed off. I got disgusted at it. I got upset. Everybody say upset.
Upset.
In order for your life to truly change in the area of recovery, you must get what? When you get upset, watch it. When you get upset, when the man or woman in this room gets upset of their past lifestyle, I guarantee you do something about it. I guarantee you. The counselors that will come alongside of you, your mentors, your sponsors, all of them that come alongside of you, they will just be assisting you. Because when you get upset, I guarantee you change it. When I got upset by my yard, I got upset, asked my wife, I did something about it, and my yard looks beautiful now. But I had to get upset. And it's funny because the people who was taking care of my lawn sent me a bill talking about we canceled it in our service with you. I said, good. I'm glad you helped me out with that. because y'all wasn't doing a pretty good job anyway. 43. Y'all see where I'm at? We're going to do this last page, and then we're going to do lunch, and then we're going to come back at 1 o'clock, all right? Let's go. Huh? Let's do it. All right, 43. Life is one big road with lots of signs. Y'all see where I'm at?
Yeah.
When you're riding through the ruts, don't complicate your mind. Flee from hate, mischief, and jealousy. Don't bury your thoughts. Put your vision to reality. Wake up and live. Keep your dreams alive. Okay? Wake up and live. Keep your dreams alive. Understand that achieving anything requires faith and belief in yourself. Vision and hard work, determination, and what? Say it again. Dedication. Remember, all things are possible for those who believe. So your dedication, you have to be dedicated. If somebody else is dedicated, I can be dedicated to wanting to come down here and pour into your lives, and all the individuals who do, Smart Recovery, NA, all the stuff y'all have here, the individuals who host those groups or facilitate those groups, they're dedicated. That's cute, right? We're dedicated. Your life is not going to change until you become dedicated. Because our dedication is a passion to try to help you. So we want to see you become dedicated to your life. You might not actually become a facilitator, right, of a group, which you could. That's one of the things that minor adjustments do. We take people through the minor adjustments program, then we allow them to become a minor adjustments facilitator, and then we establish you to facilitate a minor adjustments in your county, in your state, or wherever you are, and now you're helping your community instead of tearing it up. So our vision is to empower you. If you enjoy what we like to do, we help train you. You become a facilitator. We establish you wherever you are. And then we set up the program there and you run the program there. That's what we like to do. It's not just about my wife and I. We want to connect you so we can help you share it. And then you can encourage people in your community. Because everybody in the community think you're the worst in the community. They think you're the one tearing the community up anyway. So why not help build up that community? All right? Motivation only gets you started. It's dedication that keeps you going. In my gym at home, on my board, that's what it has. Because a lot of times, that ain't in your book. Motivation gets you started, but it's dedication that keeps you going. Everybody say motivation only gets me started. It's my dedication that keeps me going. Y'all get that, right? Y'all understand? Because right now, I can motivate y'all this weekend. And then Monday, y'all just let that motivation die out. But when you become dedicated, that motivation, now you become dedicated. So that's why on January, watch this, I bought a lot of equipment around February. A lot of times on January, you'll see people, I'm buying this workout equipment, I'm buying this weights, I'm starting this and I'm doing this. And then by March, they're not using it. So I'll go on Facebook and say, you want to sell that equipment? Because they're not using it because they were motivated, but they wasn't what?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to become dedicated. I'm going to give y'all this, beware of enemies of your vision, and we're going to go to lunch. I'm going to give y'all a few things. Y'all got to write them down. These are enemies to your vision. Remember, your sight shows you where you are, and your vision shows you where you could be or where you're going. But these are some of the enemies that will mess up that vision. The number one, y'all ready?
Boy.
No. That was enemies of your sobriety. That's good, though. You got that. That's good, though. He got it. That was the other one. This is new ones I'm about to give you. This goes with vision. This goes under page, put it on page 44. If you put it on page 44, I think y'all can write down the bottom. I ain't sure. Right? Yeah. All right, number one. These are enemies of your vision. Number one is disobedience. Disobedience. All right? So So when you're disobedient and you have a vision of where you're trying to go, it's an enemy of your actually vision. The next one is fear and discouragement. Fear, one of the things in recovery, we fear what our life will be like without the drugs. We fear it. We don't really know. But I'm here to tell you that it's a beautiful thing. But we fear, what will my life be like without using? I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. So fear and discouragement. You have that fear and you be discouraged because you don't really know what your life, because you've been doing this other life so long that became who you are. But really, that's not who you are. That's what you was done with. That's not who we are. Next one in, procrastination and past failures. Procrastination and past failures. These are enemies to your vision. You procrastinate. You say, I'm going to do it. You know, tomorrow, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm going to do next week? I'm going to start going to smart recovery. You ain't never started. You said it, but you keep procrastinating. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start going in there. Never went. Walk right past every time. Past failures. Past failures is another one. Past failures is an enemy because you will keep resorting back. I don't want to try this because I tried it and I failed. I tried and I failed. So what? Failures, everybody say my failures, must become my mentors. Yo, y'all give you that for free. Listen, hey, listen to me. My failures must become my mentors. So now all my past failures, I know not to do something because my failures became my mentors. So I don't fail at it no more because now I look at my failures, they say, hey, don't do that. You're going to end up in jail. So now my failures have become my mentors. So I know that I can succeed over it. Notice, if you look where that's under, I use it as, it says Mr. Williams qualifications. Have you ever had anybody use their failures as a qualifier? So I remember a professor at a college, he said, y'all was reading your book, and I saw you put failures as your qualifier. I said, yeah, because my failures became my mentors. I know that won't work. It's because I failed at it miserably. So sometimes you might think those failures can't help you, but they actually teaching you something. You keep failing at it thinking, how can you tell? This is absolutely good. How can you tell a person learn from their failures? Come on, man. Give y'all some. Everybody clap around here, man. You heard what he said? That's exactly what it is. You can tell when you learn from your failures because you won't repeat it. So if you keep relapsing, that means you ain't learning what? You ain't learning. You're missing. You think you got it. No, you don't. Because if you had it, you would be like 20 years clean. So I'm trying to show you that you got to learn from your failures. This is the things that you have in your arsenal. You have what you need to learn. Everybody say, I must apply it. Page 42. Let's go back and finish out these enemies of his sobriety. What was the last one I gave you? I don't even remember. Say it again. All right. And the next one is the opinions of others. This is an enemy to your vision because you might have a vision to want to go do something. That's good. You might have a vision to actually want to work for McShin Foundation, right? But the opinions of others will try to talk you out of it. Man, they ain't going to do nothing. You can't worry about the opinions of others when you have a vision. The opinions of others, if my wife would have listened to the opinions of others, we wouldn't still be together. Because other people's opinion was, he's a crackhead, he's a criminal, he is never going to amount to nothing. But that wasn't what she went off of. Other people's opinions is an enemy to your vision.
So you got to make sure who you listening to. Don't just listen to anybody's opinion, especially if they don't have, everybody say evidence. If you gonna give me an opinion, you better have some evidence about you know what you talking about. Don't be giving me your opinion and you came in the program 2 days after me. Now you know everything. No, that's not how it works. You hear because we supposed to be learning, and your opinion can be good, but you gotta have evidence to back it up. Next one is success as an enemy to your vision. Success because you don't know what it's going to be like for you to succeed, so you're actually afraid to actually try it. Success is an enemy. It's trying to tell you, no. You can do it. I'm proof, and everybody you know who has been successful in this area are the proof that you can live a life and not use any of the things that you used to use before. It's possible. The next one is a wrong environment.
Is number 5 like the fear of success?
Yes. You can put, That, remember I was just saying it, but you can put the fear of success right there. Number 6, the wrong environment. When you're in a wrong environment, you can't really prosper and go forward because everybody in your environment is talking about this and talking about that, but they're not really talking in a productive lifestyle. It's nothing, watch this, it's nothing wrong with those people, watch this, they're just not in the stage you in. Right? They're good people. They just aren't in the stage that you are in. So if you're in the wrong environment, don't try to help in a demonstration purposes. If I was up here and it was a man down there and I told each person, see who can pull the person up here quick, who can pull who quicker. If the person's down here and I'm up here and I gotta pull him up the stage or he gotta pull me off the stage, which one do you think would be easier?
He'll pull you down quicker.
He'll pull you down quicker. You know why? He got leverage. He can put his foot here and be like, hit your, no matter how strong the person up here can be. But if the person down here get that leverage and grab you, he'll pull you down. And that's why I'm telling you, the wrong environment, if you're in an environment where individuals got leverage and they can pull you down, you're not strong enough to be in that environment. So you got to make sure that you stay in the right environment. You have to be, I'm telling you, it's no, your growth, everybody say my growth is an emergency. And lastly, opposition. When you feel like you face opposition, we're normally conditioned to go that way because it's a comfort place. You face opposition, you say, oh, this is too difficult. You go back to using it. Opposition is the enemy to your vision. When you face opposition, don't go backwards, go forward. Face it. Majority of the times, we are the reason we're facing the opposition anyway, because we put ourselves in that situation, all right? Again, thank y'all for this morning. God Almighty, I am glad and I know that you enjoyed that message. If you would like to give, it's easy. Just text the word SOW to 856-644-4553. Again, text the words SOW to 856-644-4553, or you can go over to our website, which is minoradjustments.org, and you can give over there. We believe that whatever is on our lives and our ministry can be imparted to your lives and your ministry as well. So thanks for being a part of our journey. We believe in reigning, ruling, and dominating in every area of our lives. And we believe that you can reign, rule, and dominate in every area of your lives as well. Thank you again for being a part of the Expanding the Kingdom Training Center and the Minor Adjustments Program. We truly appreciate all the support that you have given us. To God be the glory. Reign, rule, and dominate. God bless you.